It's still not a multicultural melting pot. It's not. It's still not even that. It's not. I remember the people who put that saying in place, they done that for a reason. A D42, the fact that Miss Chin family have been in Jamaica for generations and still look like that tells me her family don't integrate like that. There you go.
You see that?
You see why I love this chat? Look right there. She's talking about our generation. Look at this woman. Look at this woman.
Come on.
She looks the same way as when her people them first landed. You see, black people, black Jamaicans, you see, this is where they pull the wool over your eyes because they're looking in your face and telling you out of many one people and it's this molten pot. Yeah. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with what they've did, but look at that. In this small community of Chinese within Jamaica, she's managed to stay on code. Think about that, people. Look how many excuses man make here. Oh, I grew up in a zone. There weren't many black y'all. All this. These Chinese are still able to date within their race in this small country
and complain about they're being targeted because they're not black and they're still Chinese.
There you go.
You see it's nuts, man. It's just settle and hold the corner that you're there in. She's a doctor. She's a doctor, right? Wasn't there a title of doctor or something?
Yeah, no, director and producer or something like that.
Okay, well she's clearly educated. Just chill. Just like what? So you know what it is as well. You see what it is when they go back to their motherland. Because let's talk. When I go to the Caribbean and I see East Indians and I always talk to them and they're talking in Patois, in Creole. And I'm saying, well, where are you from? The same way that we get the questions. I'm like, well, where are you from? Okay.
Where are you really from?
Yeah. Where are you from? I'm Caucasian, I'm Bayesian, I'm Jamaican. Okay. That's where you were born, right? So where are your parents from? Oh, they were born here. Where were they from? Oh, I see what you're saying. So we'll get to the nuts and bolts of it. Have you ever been there before? No. This is my home. Well, why wouldn't you want to go back to where you see, I'm coming from England and I'm coming to the Caribbean. I wasn't born here though, right? But I'm coming. So why are you just stuck in the Caribbean? Why aren't you going back and paying homage to your ancestors and your heritage and looking at your land and this and that? Because they get the same thing when they go back. It's the same shit that they're talking about. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And when we go back, oh, we were a foreigner. If they go back to China, man, land, how are they going to be perceived?
I bet you they can switch the narrative though. I bet you this same woman that talks all that will land in China and can just switch it up.
She'll talk the Mandarin, but how fluently, and they'll look and see what I've gone. And the point I'm making is ultimately everyone holds to their culture to a point and can see someone. Well, hold up, you wasn't born. You just come in here. I can see the way you're talking. You're fresh here, right? Where was you originally from? There's always that curiosity. There's always that wall up that if you ain't talking the way or using a certain dialect, because remember, Mandarin's got a whole heap of dialect. The amount of scripts that they've got over there is nuts. That's why them did there still in the Caribbean. That's why there's a lot of East Indians still in Uganda and Kenya. Come on, they ain't going back.
Yeah, man.
They'll keep their culture within the thing, but they ain't going back home. Their new homes here now. And
yeah, but remember, Noble, China and them places, they set out to do them things. Is it Bangladesh? Is it Bangladesh? Is it one of them countries? What they do, they get their citizens. They teach them a certain skill set, and they send them to the West. You see what I'm saying? They send them to the West, and what I'm saying to you is, it's done on purpose. Like China understand that the loyalty. Think about this is hundreds of years. This ain't no overnight thing. They're all on code. China understand that, we're going to send a few of these folks over there, but they're on code. How much generations do you think she's been in Jamaica? 4, 5? These men have been in England 2, and their family look like him on the left. And they've been here 2. Most men ain't even been here. We've been here, my section have been here 3 gens. Yep. 3 grandparents, parents, children, great-grandchildren, 4 generations. Yeah, we've been here 4 generations. But for a man who simply spun a globe, picked a place and went there, can't tell man nothing. Can't tell man nothing because you are a settler. Now, forget about all that old school history. Mans were there in it. When it mattered, mans were there. And the reason why, look, he was in a place that if he could have been in Jamaica and said he wanted to be anything because he's got the look.
Come on.
He could have said he wants to do politics, healthcare, anything, banking, whatever it may be. He would have got in. But think he came back, folks. Why did he come back?
Stop there.
Come true, Noble. Come true.
No, well, I think I know where you're going, but let me just interject. Well, why didn't he do those things? That's the question. Why didn't he excel and utilize that privilege which we would have had by having that lighter tone there? Can we speculate and hypothesize?
I don't think he has the... And it's going to sound like I'm attacking him, but I promise you I'm not. I don't think he is in that world of knowing how to use his privilege. I think he used his privilege another way by doing the comedy thing. Because people hate when I say it, but it's privilege. It's privilege.
Mm-hmm. Of course he's got it. Listen, if he shuts his mouth, and doesn't use any patware, he's a white man.
There you go.
We just enter the room. They can scratch that. Before we enter the room, they can feel our aura and our presence, and they're like, "Here we go." And they open the door. Yeah, see, I told you, Jim. It's one of them guys. It's the brown guys that come back. We can't. There's no camouflage for us. None.
None at all. None at all. He even had a joke. My man even had a joke where he said that him and some yard man are chilling and they're playing dominoes and we're doing their thing, and home office run down on man. And when they've ran down on man, he's just switched into the English accent, and then the other mans have legged it and they've chased them. That was a joke he made. So you're actually showing that there's a privilege, and that's absolutely fine. But even like this Chinese woman, I'll say it again, you know, she could have been in Jamaica 4 generations, and look at her, she looks like she just come yesterday. Because I guarantee you, she talk about her husband. I can bet money that her husband looks like her, because they understand. They've been on code. They've been on code because they understand that. And this is what I'm trying to say. They understand that. Yo,
perception.
we need. Yeah, that's it. Yo, this Chinese thing. It's Chinese Jamaicans. What words first? It's Chinese Jamaican, and that's cool because I'm not saying nothing's wrong with them being on code. Be on code, but
there should be.
Yeah, there should be, but don't then say, "Yo, we're being attacked." Because I'm keeping it real with you, like. Man's in yard, like, and forget about the homegrown mans. I'm talking about people that have left. You know, most people haven't even got 5 generations of the same thing they came from. Look, we've brought that conversation to the net, to Black Brits, and everyone's saying the same thing. Yo, the Windrush that we come from, soon gone. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. You think about it. Most of us come from an idea of we want a better life. Most man's offspring don't look like that. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong, but that's how we've came here. Them Chinese men went there and said, nah, we ain't mingling. And I'm telling you, I've been there a bag of times. You don't see them, man. You don't see them, man, about like that. I don't care what no one says. I'm in every parish. You don't see them, man. You don't see them, man, in regular places. Hey, you might see them working the odd cash and carry, but them man ain't just out and about, just, yo, I'm just roaming. I'm just round this parish where just... Nah, it's not that. But they're selling it to man like that, and it's for a reason. Now, with my man now, I remember seeing him. I went boring.
Has he got children?
I don't know about his personal life still. So
my question before you carry on with the boring story is you know, he loves the culture, clearly. He talks fluent country, right? So based upon that, he loves the food, obviously. He must love the woman then, right? So I would, based upon all of those things, Mark, I would come to the point and the analysis that he has a black wife if they're not married, and if he doesn't, he has a black girlfriend and should have mixed race children.
I think he would do. I think he would. I think he would. I think he would.
Aries confirmed. Yes, he has mixed race kids.
Yeah, man. Yeah, okay. I mean, it looks like it definitely. Looks like the kind of man who, like his parents, he fell in love with the culture, and nothing's wrong with that. You know what I mean? Nothing's wrong with that. But the diaspora are always the first thing to be attacked. Target. That's always the first thing that these men attack.